Hey guys, welcome back to Mark's Magic Review. Today, we'll be harnessing the power of our minds with Distancia from the French twins. So what is Distancia? Distancia is a gimmick that is disguised as a smartwatch, and it gives you the ability to move objects with just the power of your mind. So what are you going to get in the Distancia box? Well, you're going to get a very nice package. It's very well done. It's nice and smooth, and the interior has some very intricate components to it, and everything is displayed quite nicely. You're going to get the gimmick itself, and you're going to get a wrist strap that is disguised as a smartwatch. There's an additional wrist strap as well as a coin. Now the coin that you get is going to vary between the US version and the Euro version. Now I did look recently and the US version was sold out virtually everywhere that I looked, but they had plenty of Euro versions available. Don't let that dissuade you from getting this effect. You can easily, once you know that secret of the coin, you can easily get a US version. They sell various kinds on Penguin Magic and Vanishing Ink. And the gimmick itself, the Distancia gimmick, is the same in both versions. The only thing that's different is that coin. You're also going to get a very well thought out and prepared instructions from the French twins themselves, where they go through some of basic effects and some more advanced handlings. So what's the price of Distancia? What's it going to set you back? Distancia is $149 US. That's 149 USD. And I found it in various magic retailers online, so it is available, but like I said, it's mostly the Euro version. If they're going to be producing more of these, I'm not sure, but currently, even on the French Twins website, the Distancia US version is out of stock. So if they do plan on bringing more back in, then we'll see that in the future, and if not, then you might want to get a hold of this while you can and just pick up the US coin. Okay, let's talk about some of the pros here. Now, Distancia is a gimmick that is not new. This has been around for quite some time. This is just the most powerful version out there for the size. If anybody remembers the Micro 5, that is the most similar comparison that I can draw to this, but the Micro 5 isn't even as small as Distancia. Distancia is much smaller and very similar power with the Micro 5, but just easier to conceal and much smaller. In this case, it's concealed as a smartwatch, so very handy there. Pro number 2, sturdy construction. The gimmick itself is well crafted, and the French twins even talk about how it's a unique design. They had to go out of their way to get this made. It wasn't just something that they could order online that was already in stock. It comes with a protective case and a holder that you wear on your wrist. Like I said, designed as a smartwatch, but it also does offer various levels of protection from nicks and dings and other such little bumps and bruises that might come with everyday wear and tear. Pro number 3, the coin itself that I got with the US version is very good quality. It's from Crease Magic. You can actually get their coins on Penguin Magic. I believe you can get them on Vanishing Ink as well, and they have a regular version and a super strong version, so you might want to check those out. If you do get the Euro version, you can easily go buy one of these US coins from Crease Magic, and it's exactly the same coin that comes in the Distancia set. How do I know that? Because I bought a Crease Magic coin, and when it was shipped to me, it shipped in the exact same package that the coin came in the Distancia box set. Pro number 4, it's easy to conceal. It's designed as the smartwatch, so it kind of just sits there inconspicuously, but, and this is kind of a half pro, half con, it doesn't necessarily look 100% like a smartwatch. The band's not exactly 100%, the holder's not exactly 100%. It could pass as a smartwatch, but you'll see it's a little bit thicker, and there's just something off about it being a smartwatch when you look at it. That being said, so far no one's called me on it, and I mostly do this in long sleeve, so I do cover it, but sometimes it does peek out when I'm stretching or this and that. No one's ever called me on it. If you're in a short sleeve shirt though, it might be tough because everyone's focus is on this watch, and it just happens to be in line with where the effect is happening. Might tip some people off. Pro number 5, there's some really good PK effects with this, and some even more that you can think of. If you've had a Micro 5 before, it's basically everything you could do with the Micro 5 you can do with the Distancia, and kind of likewise, except with the Micro 5, the handling is going to be different because you can't conceal the Micro 5 like you can conceal Distancia, like in a smartwatch format. So that Distancia has the advantage in that sense. But the effects are very much the same. And we'll talk a little bit more about one of the cons coming up here, being the access to PK Magic, but some very nice stuff coming from the Distancia for PK Magic, some great effects, and they're all doable. Everything from the advert is 100% doable in person. I've done it. Okay, let's talk about a couple of the cons here. It's sold out United States dollars. Now, by the time you're watching this video, it may or may not be sold out. And a year from now, it might be totally back in stock, and this is totally irrelevant. But at this time, it is sold out and only the Euro version is available. Like I said though, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's just give you the reverse example. Let's just say you live somewhere in the European Union, you want to get a Euro version, but all they have is US. Euro's sold out. It's simple. You just buy once you have it, the US version, you'll notice what the secret is with the coin, and you can just buy a Euro coin, and you still have the Distancia gimmick, which, like I said, is no different from set to set. Con number 2, the little sticker that they give you to put on top of the Distancia gimmick in the holder that makes it look like a smartwatch, the glossy black, can get scratched up. It can get scratched up and then it doesn't look very good, or even like a smartwatch cover. I found the way around that to be buying little stickers that are very similar. Black glossy stickers, they're very similar. You can get little black acrylic discs as well. Actually, I got that idea from Black Ops Watch by James Keatley. But I used one of those little black acrylics inside the holder of the Distancia, and it looks just like a smartwatch. So, but with the little sticker they give you that it comes with can get scratched up, so take care of it. There is a little case that it comes with as well to protect it. So if you're not using it, you should always have that case on top. Heck, even if you're practicing with it, you can have that case on just in case you mess up and you don't want the little sticker to get damaged. The next con, I mean, it's barely even a con here, but it kind of can be, this can be dangerous to work with if you're not careful. It's extremely powerful gimmick. So even just walking around by things, holding your phone, doing just everyday life without realizing that you have this on, or maybe you forget for a minute, can actually do some damage. I accidentally had it on one time. I walked by, I was practicing, I had it on, I walked by the kitchen, I went to grab something, and a butter knife just shot up at me. So you have to be very, very careful. So a very slight con there is make sure that you are using this safely and recognizing the hazards that are associated with this gimmick. And the very last con on the list isn't even targeting Distancia in general. But I'm going to talk a little bit about teachings for this type of gimmick and PK Magic. It's very difficult to come across. You're going to get some teachings in the Distancia, but for example, if you had the Micro 5, which hasn't been in circulation, being sold in stores for years now, you'd have access to a whole lot of other PK effects. And then there's Control. Control is by Daryl Vandenbaum. It was produced by, I believe, by Murphy's Magic, and that is very similar to Distancia and Micro 5, but it's smaller, not as powerful, but way more concealed and inconspicuous. Goes in a different location on your body, and you can there's different effects that you can do. The thing is that you can do these effects from all of these different projects with any of these different projects. You can do any of the effects from the Micro 5 with Distancia. You can do any of the effects from Control with Distancia. and almost likewise back and forth with the others. But it's hard to access these teachings and access this information. Okay, guys, we've come to the big 5-star segment of the show. Where is this going to land? Distancia by the French twins. It's a great project. It's well needed. It's been a long time since we've had this type of power in a gimmick, very similar to a Micro 5, and now back being able to be in the hands of people through circulation and on the market. So it's been a while. I'm happy to see it. I was hoping there was going to be a little bit more in the instructions, but I am satisfied with what they do have in there. They are kind of unique ideas, in my opinion, from what I've known in the past, and everything is doable that you see in the adverse. Guys, I'm going to give Distancia 4 stars out of 5. That's good for a silver. Guys, thank you for joining me here today on Marcus's Magic Review. I'll always love to have you along for the ride. Work your magic for me, of course, at the bottom. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's get those numbers up, and we'll see you next time.